and we definitely gonna have fun on this next one.
Heck
Lewis,
yeah.
you're gonna go first on this one. Wrestling one.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's too many. Oh man. Where do I start?
Keep it clean, Lewis. Keep it clean, baby.
Yeah. I know. Oh man, where do I start? I say when they spray painted when they invaded WCW, or when they spray painted the DX logo in the WWE headquarters. Uh, where they impersonated Shane and Vince on Raw.
Damn it!
That was
Damn
hilarious.
it! Damn
That was
it! Damn
hilarious.
it!
Let me stop talking. I'm about to just name all of them. Go ahead. Go ahead. I say those are the three. Those are funny. Those were the ones. But you guys could go before I name all of them. You know?
Anybody
Nah.
want to go?
Hey,
There
I
is-
ain't gonna lie to you. This is Lou's specialty. I'm rocking with him, whatever he called me, dog.
I know we say keep it clean. I won't say any obscene things, but
Yeah.
I think Champ knows. The DX moment with the lady in the crowd and
Yeah.
Triple H. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
another good one. Another good one. You know.
There is another DX moment that we can't say because I didn't realize what it was when I was a child. But there's another one where they did an impersonation, but y'all get it. But favorite DX moment, man, it has to be when they brought back X-Pac. Because that very same night, the New Age Outlaws joined DX, and that was the new and improved DX. Because if you really remember correctly, they was thinking about not doing DX anymore once Shawn Michaels left.
Mhm.
Because they didn't deem Triple H as the big
Main
star.
event guy.
Yeah, they didn't deem him as that. So they was really thinking about just doing away with it. Plus, during that time, the original members of Rick Rude, the original members were no longer. Well, one of the original members, I would say, is no longer there. And Rick Rude, he had already gone to WCW. Because remember, I don't think people remember this. The first iteration was DX was HBK, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, China, and Rick Rude. People don't realize that Rick Rude was part of the original D-Generation X. They used to call him the insurance policy. They used to call him the insurance policy. Then he went down to WC. Then right after the Montreal screw job, he went down to WCW and teamed back up with his main man, God rest his soul, Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. But greatest DX moment is when they created the new and improved DX. X-Pac, the Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, China. I mean, that was a run like no. I mean, the rivalry with the Nation, that was great, man. That was a great time. Not to mention SummerSlam when he won the Intercontinental Championship in the ladder match against The Rock. A lot of milestone moments in there. I mean, a lot of milestones.
We got one more. We forgot one.
What's that?
Mike Tyson.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the best celebrity works ever.
Wait, how we forgetting? Well, how has nobody brought the presidential speech up?
No, Grant actually mentioned it.
You did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
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 When
Okay,
DX did the
when he
formal
was-
address and promised not to curse, then proceeded to curse about 15 times in the
he
same
was like,
segment.
he was like, we promise not to
The-
use. He was like, we promise not to use words like "goddamn," "Jesus Christ," and then 5 seconds later, Sean was like, "God damn." Anyways,
I say a recent one was the 30th anniversary on Raw, and DX had the reunion, and Gunther and the rest of Imperium came out, and Gunther was like, "All right, which one of y'all gonna fight me?" And just in a span of a minute, all 5 stepped up to Gunther and then did an immediate excuse on why they couldn't fight him. Like Triple H was like, he did his face to face with Gunther. He goes, "I'm retired, dude." And then it points the camera to Shawn Michaels, and then Shawn Michaels looked like he was gonna take his jacket off, and he goes, "I'm too old. I'm too old."
Mm-hmm.
And then X-Pac, he tries to go face to face with Gunther. And he goes, "I would fight you, but I got a bad hip right now." You know what I'm saying? and then Road Dogg comes in. He goes, he's face to face with him, and then he goes, He goes, all right, you know what? Let's do it. I ain't gonna fight him. They just did all the excuses to not fight Gunther, yo. I'd be crying.
That was cool. DX was a huge.
Oh man,
Their
I'm
work
telling
with
you.
Hornswoggle. Oh man.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
telling you,
man.
champ, and you know this because again, you one of the oldest people there. I talked to a lot of dudes. When they did the DX signature, they talked about how many times they got into detention back in them days.
Man, I never forget, man. True story. I got in trouble for that, man. I have gotten mashed on many a times by my parents because of that. Because we would go. I mean, we really didn't think nothing of it. You know, we go to school doing the chops or whatever, and then teachers didn't know. They didn't watch it. They don't watch wrestling. But you know, there's always that one kid that spilled the beans on everything, and they always so. But that was a fun time, man. Fun time. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that remembers it because I'm a huge wrestling fan, always been. I never forget, man, when I was young, man, because I watched all wrestling. I watched wrestling back then, even now, just like I do football. I mean, I never forget back then, man, you had 5 nights. Wrestling came on almost 5 nights a week. I mean, you had Sunday Night Heat, Monday Night Raw. I mean, sometimes in order to outdo WWE, WCW would do a 1-hour special the very next night on Raw, the very next night on a Tuesday. Then you had Thursday Night Thunder, which was kind of a B show, but wrestling nevertheless. Then on Friday night, you had SmackDown. Then Saturday night main event. And remember,
arcade.
Yeah, remember Saturday nights. Remember WCW Saturday night on TBS. You know, they had that. And then remember WWF Superstars used to come on Saturday morning, right after Saturday morning cartoons on the USA Network. Then on Saturday, other than Saturday night main event, you had WWF Shotgun. They used to come on around 10 o'clock at night. And they used to give you a lot of good wrestling shows. So, man, wrestling was a big part, huge part of when I was growing up, man. Big part of when I was growing up.
Hey, listen, man, them 90s, back in them late 90s, and look, they had to take on that position at that time because business back in the WWF days was bad. So they needed to do something in order to get the ratings and revenues up. Oh my God, them DX days. And then for Shawn Michaels and Triple H to come back after they were beating the hell out of the Spirit Squad, though. Oh my God.
Can we agree that DX is by far the most entertaining faction of all time, and there's a major gap? Like, there's DX, and then, you know, in terms of entertainment value, I personally put in just terms of entertainment, not like story, just in terms of entertainment, I say there's DX, major gap, and then New Day.
No, you got to include the 4 Horsemen in there.
And it's strictly based off entertainment, not storytelling or star power, just strictly off of entertainment. DX.
I mean, the NWO. I mean,
shit, yeah.
The NWO.
Entertainment?
You said
Are
what?
we not going to talk about what we're watching right now?
I mean, you talking about the Bloodline?
I hate the Bloodline, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's not that I don't like the Bloodline. It's just that the story is still being written. And when the story's still being written, I don't want to speak too soon. Because the thing is, with the Horsemen, that was the first faction that there ever was as far as a group. You know, we saw some of the best matches, tag team matches that we ever want to see. I never forget, we saw Dusty Rhodes team up with the Road Warriors in order to take on the 4 Horsemen.
If you ask me, that's the greatest faction in wrestling history, period. I say the top 3, in my opinion, I say this is just for me. The number one, I'll go 4 Horsemen. 4 Horsemen. Number 2, NWO, and number 3, Wild Card in there. I'll put the Main Event Mafia, peak Main Event Mafia.
Shout out to Grant. Grant said the NWO.
Hell no, Main Event Mafia is not it.
Main Event Mafia at their peak, bro.
They didn't do it for long enough. And
they didn't do it long enough, bro.
And the storyline was like all over the place, man.
Oh my, peak Main Event Mafia, man.
Man, Bobby Roode joined, and then like a week later, he stabbed somebody in the back. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God, peak Mafia with Kurt Angle, Booker T, Scott Steiner. Oh my God.
And he was walking around giving commentation in the middle of the ring.
Oh man.
Wait, what was Wait, what was the moment where Scott Steiner was going there? He tried to do math and realized
Steiner math
he can't do
before
math.
sacrifice. Oh man.
Mhm.
Oh
All
man.
right, folks. I got another WWE one.
But
Oh,
33%. You take my 33%. Your 33%.